Have you ever been invited to an event or had to attend an event for work, or even maybe with a spouse with their work, that you were a little unnerved or maybe didn't know how to act or didn't know how to make a good first impression? Do you overthink it or maybe feel nervous and lose your confidence thinking, I don't really feel great at these type of things and don't know exactly what to do? Well, today that's what we're going to talk about, because life is just life. We run into events or invitations for things that we must attend and maybe we don't feel comfortable. Hopefully today I'll be able to give you a few tips to help you feel not only more comfortable, but feel confident and be able to make a great first impression. So here we go. Welcome to the Crazy Confidence Coach podcast. I'm Heather Edwards, and I happen to be one of your biggest fans. I'm here to help you become the most confident, vibrant version of you. Look, confidence is not a one and done. It is a constant journey. In this podcast, we cover tips and tricks and ways that you can build your confidence so you can go out into the world with your bold, audacious self. I don't know about you, but I want to live life to the fullest, and that's what we're going to do. So make a choice right now that you're going to be willing to do what it takes. Grab your notebook and your favorite pen and get ready to take notes. Let's go. Anytime we are invited to something special or we have to attend something special due to your own work environment, or maybe you have a spouse that has special events through their work, we aren't always accustomed to attending events, and we aren't always confident or feel confident about attending them. Oftentimes, we want to make a good first impression, but how do we do that? Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is to prepare. Do a little research ahead of time. Find out as much as you can. Who's attending? What is the environment going to be like? What is the expectation? Is there going to be a meal served? Will there be drinks? Will there be music? What is the event going to be, and what kind of things do you need to think about? Is there parking that you need to consider? All the things that might impact how you feel as a person. You're feeling comfortable or not comfortable. If you know things ahead of time, it will help you feel more confident in the environment. If it's a church, or if it's just a building, or if it's outside instead of indoors, those are the kinds of things you want to know when you're preparing ahead of time. The next thing you're going to want to consider is practicing. I laugh because I want to say practice your smile. Okay, so you're going to want to practice more than your smile. You're going to want to practice introducing yourself. What would make a good impression? Who do you want to be? Are you that outgoing and fun personality, or are you wanting to be more introspective and businesslike? In a wedding, obviously, you won't necessarily need to be businesslike, but if you are at an event with your spouse and your normal personality is bubbly and crazy and over the top outgoing, you may want to dial it back a bit. But if you are by yourself and you're just with the girls, you may want to let that all hang out. The other thing is that if you happen to be in a business environment and you're taking your spouse, you might even want to practice with your spouse. How do you want to be in that environment? What behaviors will match your desired outcome or interpretation that others might have of you during that event? Someone outgoing would approach others first, maybe reach out a hand and give handshakes first with a smile and big eye contact. Then an outgoing person may engage in conversations that are fun and encourage laughing, while business-like demeanor might be more subtle and reserved and taking cues from the room. Those are all ways that you can come to practice what you might be experiencing at your event. The next thing I would encourage you to do is, no matter what you're practicing, make sure you're staying authentic. You still want to be yourself. You can practice being yourself as much as practice being anything else, but don't be someone that you are not. Make sure that you're staying true to who you are. Just be the best version of you. You don't want to be that person that's working too hard and trying too hard to impress. No one likes that person, right? So just be yourself. The greatest way to also be yourself is to just be curious and focus on other people while you're there. Ask open-ended questions because that encourages people to give you more information and to answer the questions that you might have in a better way. And that also opens other doors for more meaningful conversation. And this will help you build rapport. So when you build rapport with people in the room, you end up building genuine connection versus that fake connection that happens sometimes when you attend events. And oftentimes, if you make a genuine connection, that connection will help you connecting with other people in the room. If nothing else, if you are being genuine and you are curious about other people and you're focusing on them, you will be memorable because people like to talk about themselves. And believe it or not, some of the research shows that people who walk away really liking someone, it's oftentimes because they talked about themselves. Not that the person talked about you, but that they talked about themselves, if that makes any sense. Hopefully, I didn't confuse that. The next thing you want to do is to make sure you're dressed appropriately. This example is going to be kind of obnoxious, but if you walk in a room and you're dressed to impress, but you're dressed to impress for a different occasion, you will clearly not be comfortable or confident. If you come dressed in a suit and heels for a pool party, you won't feel confident at all, and you will not impress anybody there. And if you show up in a swimming suit to a business luncheon, well, without any explanation, you won't feel confident there either. I'm using this extreme mainly just to illustrate a point, but when you go to an event, make sure that you are dressed appropriately. That goes back to preparing and doing a little research and finding out exactly what it is that you want to wear or how you need to be dressed. That will be helpful for you, and it will help you feel more confident when you walk in the door. The next thing you are going to want to do is to go with a positive mindset. If for some reason you don't want to go, work on your mindset before you get there because it will show. Find a way to make the event fun for you, whether it's I'm going to meet 2 new people and make it a goal to compliment 3 people in the room. Something that will get you out of your own head and help you just be positive about the event. Make it fun. Make it fun for yourself. Even if no one else is going with you, you can have fun and make it a game. Don't approach the event with criticism because being negative brings the energy down, and the only thing you're going to be remembered for is not being fun. The next thing you're going to want to do is really pay attention to your body language. Exude confidence with your body language. So you're going to stand up straight, you're going to make eye contact, you're going to use positive body language and then project that confidence through your body language. Think about looking across the room and you see somebody kind of hiding in the corner with a drink in their hand, looking down, or maybe looking at their phone and avoiding everyone and curling into themselves. You know that person's that their shoulders are kind of curled in and they're just trying to make themselves smaller. That body language does not exude confidence, and the people in the room will see that. So if you are someone who wants to be perceived as confident and you want to feel confident, the body language you use will definitely impact that outcome for not only yourself, but for the other people there. So pull your shoulders back, pull your head up, look out into the room and smile and make eye contact and take up space because you're there and you're meaningful and you are worth it. So just be confident through your own behavior and through your body language. The one thing that I can tell you, in addition to all of that, is to just before you get to the event, bring your energy up. Here's some ways that I've done that in the past. By listening to music on the way, something upbeat and fun music that you really enjoy, maybe some music that you love to sing to. Sing all the way to the event in the car. Maybe you take a brisk walk or do 5 jumping jacks to get your blood pumping. Do whatever it takes to get your energy up because that energy will be very noticeable to people when you walk in the room. If you're someone who suffers from a little anxiety or maybe suffers from feeling confident in general, you might practice some box breathing and do those breathing exercises before you walk in just to calm your nerves. Box breathing is simply breathing in for 3 to 4 seconds, holding it for 3 to 4 seconds, and then letting it out for 3 to 4 seconds. You're simply making your breathing pattern concise and calm down, and it absolutely helps your anxiety. So that is something you can do too before you walk in. But mainly you're just looking to pick up the energy and bring energy with you when you walk in the room. The other piece of that is it does make you feel better. And when you feel better, you exude confidence. The next thing and the last thing we'll talk about today is just getting help if you need it. If the event requires a skill you don't have, be willing to find help. If you're too nervous and you need help being more outgoing, get a confidence coach. If you need someone to help you learn how to dance, if it's an event, maybe a wedding or some kind of event where there will be dancing, go take a dance lesson. If it is something that you're going to have to be more involved, maybe speaking or more present, then maybe you have somebody help you with your speaking skills. Whatever it is, you are worth increasing your confidence, and increased confidence comes by learning new skills and believing you can do it. So don't be afraid to go out, find someone to help you if you need it before the event. I promise you won't regret that either. So the next time you have an event, whether it is for you, for a spouse, or just an event that you're choosing to go to on your own accord, make sure to do a few things ahead of time so you can feel confident that you know you can make a first good impression and enjoy the event. I promise you won't regret it, and you can walk away feeling more energized and feeling super confident because you will probably meet other people just like you at the event that maybe are nervous or maybe want to make a first good impression and are probably not feeling the best, or maybe they are feeling confident and you meet them and you become friends. Whatever the case may be, go enjoy yourself, make a good first impression, and be your confident best self. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you learned something fun. Please take the time to share the episode with your friends. If you haven't already, leave a rating or review. That is so helpful for other people just like you to help find the show. And if you are looking for freebies, I have lots of fun freebies for you at hcedwardscoaching.com, and you can sign up for a discovery call there, or of course, you can sign up for coaching. Again, I appreciate you. I hope you have a very blessed week. See you next week. Love you big.